Who knows? We'll have to find out in this match.
Absolutely, and find out we shall. We are about to get started here, and we have Neko starting off with his TKI on one side, WESTL on the other, but Neko going to unfortunately make a little bit of a misdrop there that puts him at the disadvantage off the bat. WESTL is going 5.2 PPS.
I will say Neko's misdrop turned into a very nice cut copy, but they were unable to come back properly after that as WESTL continued to put on the pressure here. Both players speeding through their opener phase. WESTL, very nice T-spins, sending Neko up to the top of the board. Neko unable to find a cancel or a down second time as WESTL's 5 PPS takes them their second round of this game.
Alright, and here we go. We've got Neko pulling out the wacky cannon right now. And WESTL just honestly unprepared to deal with it. Going to be left in a very rough spot, barely surviving that spike. And now Neko has got another TST online to follow it up. Going to have a little bit of cheese underneath it all though. And WESTL is again back in the element of just sending back to back. This is a crazy dono for the TSS. Maybe a bit of overcommitment there on WESTL's end after that misdrop, but we're going to find a nice combo all the way back down to keep Neko cheesed up and keep himself safe.
Absolutely, yeah. Neko's trying to find some way to downstack while also sending attack at the same time, but WESTL's putting on the pressure. 23 spike over to Neko is way too much for them to handle. WESTL taking the West W right there with a 3-0 lead. I haven't seen a dot cannon yet from WESTL. Both players going with a TKI yet again, though. Nice copy from Neko, going to a 20 spike. Still able to find a nice cancel, though, keeping themselves in the game at the moment.
Alright, and there we go. That's going to be another round for WESTL, starting to run away with it, so I don't know. This is looking like it may be a very momentum-heavy game, and Neko has been unable to swing it so far. We're going to have to see if that remains consistent or not. With a fin to win, though, maybe putting an end to WESTL's shenanigans, but going to find a nice downstack at a crucial moment and get that combo out of the TSS's in order to stay in that match. Great downstack. And now it's Neko who actually has to get through all of this clean and cheese garbage that's underneath the main power stacking, and get through it they will, but at what cost? Because now WESTL is all the way back down to the board, gets that mid-game TT going, gets the quad out of it off of that dono, and that's going to be very, very rough to deal with for Neko.
Neko is looking too shabby, though, with a 17 spike to WESTL. WESTL unable to spin the T in time, and Neko is going to take the first point there on the board and saying they are in the game still. WESTL has not won yet. WESTL looking to go for SCPC. Unfortunate misdrop, though. Neko trying to find the punish, but unable to at the moment. WESTL looking to find a well-open okay, and WESTL's going for the upstack into a 17 spike. Neko trying to find the cancel out. Oh, just barely able to. On death's door, Neko trying to get down, but they don't have the eyepiece that they needed, and WESTL going 5-1.
Unfortunate on Neko's side there. WESTL had actually made a misdrop there, but unfortunately Neko was already out the door by the time that happened.
Okay, Neko going for an LST here into a nice 14 spike, and WESTL was unprepared for that attack.
Alright, and here we go, 2-5. Getting into what could prove to be the back half of this match if Neko does. What is going on Vince's board right now? I had to interrupt myself. What? Not Vince. I saw insanity and I immediately went to Vince. That's crazy. But what is going on WESTL's board? What did I just see? Like, it resolved cleanly, but you know what you did. And oh my god, Neko knows what Neko's doing right now. The double mid-game PC, but right back! WESTL responds in kind and just absolutely devastating Neko with that counter spike off the PC garbage.
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. I will say that 31 spike from WESTL was definitely a shock to Neko. You'd expect after a couple mid-game PCs to be taking it, but no, WESTL really just said no.
Alright, and we're going to have to see if there's no way out for Neko, or if they're going to find a way back into this match, but right now they've got to find a way down to this garbage, and they will do so with a fin. That is a very stylish exit from that dangerous position there, and WESTL now makes some misdrops on the side of the board, which they are able to convert into a TSD, but That's unfortunately going to take even more
no.
misdrops.
Yeah, the double Z misdrop from WESTL is a little bit too much for even them to downstack out of. A 3-point lead from WESTL is sizable, but not over. So going into the SDPC here, canceling out of... Never mind, not canceling, going for the PC here. And Neko not falling behind on their own, building up back-to-back on their side. WESTL's trying to find a nice downstack into the clean 16 spike, but Neko's 15 is enough to cancel it out.
Alright, and here we go, the WESTL back-to-back once more. The Vortex is starting to speed up, and unfortunately going to be slowed... Wait, never mind, not going to be slowed down. What a crazy fix by WESTL to preserve the back-to-back there, and it's going to net them the round.
Oh my god,
Incredible
4.5
decision-making.
PPS from WESTL is absolutely disgusting. Testing, making sure Discord works. Apologies, we did have a few issues, but we should be up now. Oh my gosh, WESTL taking a quick round, making it 8-3 here. Okay.
Go, WESTL going to be bringing it up to 3-8, and this is a little bit of a rough hill for Neko to climb. Pretty long set, and it's already looking like WESTL wants to close, but Neko desperately trying to hold this door open.
Oh, no.
Almost managed to survive there. Just a piece off, but that piece proves to be all that Neko needs and all that Neko cannot find.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier in the game, though, it seems like WESTL could be going up against Vince here. We're going to have to see if they're going to conserve their energy or just push it out to make sure they get this decisive victory over Neko. Neko is determined to not fall behind, going for a big cancel into a 14 down stack spike. WESTL push the top of their board, but it's all completely clean down the center lane here.
Wow.
Trying to find out. Oh no, that's a brutal misdrop on WESTL's side. Trying to fix it up.
Oh my god, what
and they somehow
do. This sequence? That was insane, and even like I can't even like process what I just saw, and now WESTL is just pressuring as if nothing happened. That was great. That's the like wherewithal to not only not stop playing when that happens for a second to like reset like pretty much everyone does, but to also know how to convert it back into clean stacking is just one of the things that makes WESTL so deadly as a player. Because it's not just that this pressure is going to keep going and going, it's that a misdrop will not stop it. And that is a very threatening situation to be in if you are on the back foot, like Neko is right now, as WESTL brings it to 3-10.
Yeah, I will say that back-to-back from WESTL there was absolutely disgusting. Neko was forced onto the defensive, unable to build up back-to-back of their own while they were downstacking. But speaking of downstacking, Neko really needs to hit that right now with a misdrop off the opener. WESTL going for a huge punish here. Neko pushes the top of the board, and the misdrops are way too much from the handle as a 12 spike from WESTL takes the game.
Wow, that was absolutely wild. And WESTL just proving there that, oh my, almost double the line set. Absolutely out-pressuring, and you can just see that I've said it before, I'll say it again. The WESTL fan club is